Today we're taking a look at these NBA matches: Cleveland Cavaliers vs Orlando Magic, Washington Wizards vs Los Angeles Lakers, New York Knicks vs Chicago Bulls, and Miami Heat vs San Antonio Spurs, which are happening on Wednesday, April 28, 2021, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes. Let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos. So I am going to start off by talking about the Orlando Magic vs Cleveland Cavaliers match. The Magic enter this contest losers of their last 6 games as they fell by 11 points at home versus the Los Angeles Lakers April 26th as they were pummeled in the second half, relinquishing a 6-point halftime lead to be outscored 64-37 en route to their 43rd loss of the year. The Magic allowed over 50% shooting to the road team in addition to 6 players in double digits, as they were also heavily out-rebounded by a 44-28 margin. Chuma Okeke led the team with 18 points as he went 7-13 from the field while hitting 3 treys, while Gary Harris posted 17 on a dismal shooting night, 3-12 FG/2-6 3 FG/9-9 FT. This outing resulted in a push as Orlando is just 2-7-1 ATS in their last 10 outings. The Cavaliers are on a 3-game losing skid as they were taken out by 16 on the road versus the Toronto Raptors April 26th, as they were horrible on both ends of the floor. The offense made just 43% of their shots while missing 28 of 38 attempts from deep, while committing 13 turnovers, 3 by Darius Garland. Isaac Okoro led the team with 20 points while Garland chipped in 13 while dishing out 10 dimes as the duo went a combined 2-13 from deep. On the other hand, Jarrett Allen finished with 15 points and 7 boards on an efficient shooting night. Nonetheless, the Cavaliers were short-handed without leading scorer Colin Sexton as they failed to cover for the 3rd straight contest as 11.5-point dogs. The Orlando Magic have not only lost 6 straight games, but they're losing their last 5 games by an average of 17 points while shooting 41.4% from the field. My one Saint betting advice for that game is to pick Cleveland Cavaliers -2.5. The Magic are 0-5-1 ATS in their last 6 games as an underdog and 0-5-1 ATS in their last 6 games overall. The Cavaliers are 31-65-1 ATS in their last 97 games as a favorite and 1-6 ATS in their last 7 games overall. The over is 7-1 in Magic last 8 overall. The under is 5-1 in Cavaliers last 8 overall. The Magic are 4-1 ATS in the last 5 meetings in Cleveland, and 4-0 ATS in the last 4 meetings. The Cleveland Cavaliers are averaging 104 points on 45.5% shooting and allowing 111 points on 48% shooting. My second betting advice for that game is to pick under 211.5. So I am going to start off by talking about the Washington Wizards vs Los Angeles Lakers match. While Los Angeles Lakers forward LeBron James progresses toward his return from a high ankle sprain, guard Dennis Schroeder is helping to pick up the slack. Schroeder collected his 3rd straight double-double in the Lakers' 114-103 road victory over the Orlando Magic on Monday. The win ended a 3-game losing streak for the 5th-place Lakers, who sit 2 games ahead of the 6th-place Mavericks in the Western Conference after Dallas' Tuesday win over the Golden State Warriors. On Wednesday, the Lakers, 36-25, are set to visit the Washington Wizards, 27-34, occupants of the final play-in spot in the Eastern Conference. Schroeder, who has averaged 17.9 points and 8.5 assists in the Lakers' past 10 games, scored 13 points in the 4th quarter Monday against the Magic. The Los Angeles Lakers are close to being 100%, but they're still losing games, which includes losing their last 5 games by an average of 2.2 points while allowing 48.3% shooting from the field. The Washington Wizards are playing their best ball of the season right now and need to keep winning to give themselves a shot at the play-in games. The Wizards are winning their last 5 games by an average of 8.4 points while shooting 49.3% from the field. My first betting advice for that game is to pick Washington Wizards +3. The Lakers are 1-3-1 ATS in their last 5 road games and 0-3-1 ATS in their last 4 games overall. The Wizards are 9-1 ATS in their last 10 games playing on 1 day's rest and 7-2 ATS in their last 9 games overall. The over is 8-3 in Lakers' last 11 overall. The under is 6-2 in Wizards' last 8 home games. The Washington Wizards are averaging 114.9 points on 47.1% shooting and allowing 118.2 points on 47% shooting. Bradley Beal is averaging 31.4 points and 4.8 rebounds, while Russell Westbrook is averaging 21.8 points and 11 assists. Rui Hachimura is the third double-digit scorer and Davis Bertans is grabbing 3.1 rebounds. The Washington Wizards are shooting 34.9% from beyond the arc and 76.1% from the free throw line. The Washington Wizards are allowing 37.4% shooting from deep and are grabbing 44.8 rebounds per game. The Los Angeles Lakers are averaging 109.7 points on 47.4% shooting and allowing 106.3 points on 45.7% shooting. LeBron James is averaging 25.4 points and 7.9 rebounds, while Anthony Davis is averaging 21.4 points and 3 assists. Dennis Schroeder is the third double-digit scorer and Montrezl Harrell is grabbing 6.6 rebounds. The Los Angeles Lakers are shooting 35.4% from beyond the arc and 74.6% from the free throw line. My second betting advice for that game is to pick over. So I am going to start off by talking about the Chicago Bulls versus New York Knicks match. The Knicks are having an exciting turnaround season, currently 4th in the conference with a 34-28 record. The Bulls are 11th in the East at 26-35. These teams have met twice this season, playing both times in Chicago. The Bulls won 110-102 as a 3.5-point favorite on February 1st, and the Knicks won 107-103 as a 1.5-point dog on February 3rd. The Chicago Bulls are fighting for their playoff lives, currently 11th in the conference, 1 game behind Washington for the final play-in tournament spot. The Bulls are coming off of a 110-102 road win over the Miami Heat on Monday, bouncing back from a 106-101 road loss to Miami on Saturday. Nikola Vucevic led the way to victory on Monday with 24 points. With only 10 games left in the season, the Knicks are in a position to make the playoffs for the first time since 2013. Winning is still very important for New York, as they only sit 2 games ahead on the current number 7 team in the conference. On Monday, the Knicks saw their 9-game winning streak finally end with a 118-110 loss as a 2.5-point home dog to Phoenix. Derrick Rose scored a game-high 22 points off the bench in the losing effort. The Chicago Bulls have played some of their best ball on the road this season, where they're also 20-11 against the spread, but it's hard to trust them without their best player in Zach LaVine. The New York Knicks have won 9 of their last 10 games, and they're winning their last 5 games by an average of 8.2 points while shooting 51.3% from the field. The Knicks are also 20-11-1 against the spread at home. My first betting advice for that game is to pick New York Knicks -4.5. The Bulls are 2-5 ATS in their last 7 road games and 2-5 ATS in their last 7 games playing on 1 day's rest. The Knicks are 18-7-1 ATS in their last 26 home games and 34-16-1 ATS in their last 51 games overall. The over is 6-2 in Bulls' last 8 road games. The over is 7-1 in Knicks' last 8 overall. The Bulls are 2-8 ATS in the last 10 meetings in New York and 2-5 ATS in the last 7 meetings. The New York Knicks are averaging 106.9 points on 45.6% shooting and allowing 104.9 points on 44.3% shooting. Julius Randle is averaging 23.9 points and 6 assists, while RJ Barrett is averaging 17.5 points and 5.7 rebounds. Derrick Rose is the third double-digit scorer and Alec Burks is dishing 2.2 assists. The New York Knicks are shooting 38.6% from beyond the arc and 77.7% from the free throw line. The New York Knicks are allowing 33.8% shooting from deep and are grabbing 45.5 rebounds per game. The Chicago Bulls are averaging 111.6 points on 48% shooting and allowing 112.6 points on 47.5% shooting. Zach LaVine is averaging 27.5 points and 5.1 assists, while Nikola Vucevic is averaging 22.3 points and 10.2 rebounds. My second betting advice for that game is to pick over. Now I'm going to be talking about the San Antonio Spurs versus Miami Heat match. Likely not a preview of the NBA Finals, but the San Antonio Spurs will travel to South Beach to take on the Miami Heat from American Airlines Arena in a rematch from a game last Wednesday. The San Antonio Spurs are 31-29 overall and ride a 3-game winning streak after defeating Washington in overtime 146-143 Monday night. The Miami Heat are 32-30 on the year and split their recent 2-game series against the Bulls. The Spurs lost 110-102 on Monday night in the second game of that series. Miami is favored by -5 points over San Antonio, with the game total hovering right around 209 points. This will be the second meeting between these teams, as the Miami Heat won 107-87 in San Antonio just a week ago. The San Antonio Spurs are currently in the 9th spot in the West, which would provide a chance for them to play their way into the playoffs. The Spurs are actually only 2.5 games behind Dallas for the 6th playoff spot, which would lock them into the 6th seed and not have to participate on the play-in playoff games. Miami is coming off a 2-game set against the Chicago Bulls, where they won the first matchup but lost the second on Monday 110-102. Chicago is in the mindset of win now or else, and it worked Monday against the Heat. Jimmy Butler scored 33 points and Bam Adebayo added 23 points as the Heat missed a chance to move into the number 6 spot in the East. The Spurs will again be without Derrick White, while the Heat will likely be without Tyler Herro and Kendrick Nunn, who are both listed as questionable for this one. The Spurs have come to life with 7 wins in their past 10 games after struggling for most of the season, and they would have taken so much confidence from their overtime win over the red-hot Wizards on Monday. My first betting advice for that game is to pick San Antonio +5. Looking at the betting trends, the Spurs are 23-9 ATS in their last 32 road games and 5-1 ATS in their last 6 games overall. The Heat are 2-5 ATS in their last 7 games against a team with a winning record and 7-18-1 ATS in their last 26 games following a loss. The Miami Heat have been in decent shape as they've won 4 of their past 6 games, but they will be hoping to bounce back in this one after falling to the slumping Bulls in a 110-102 home loss on Monday. Jimmy Butler led the team with 33 points, 8 rebounds and 5 assists. Bam Adebayo added 23 points on 9 of 14 shooting, while Trevor Ariza chipped in with 18 points. As a team, the Heat shot just 42% from the field and 7 of 36 from the three-point line, as they seemed to be in control of the game after leading for most of the second half, before the Bulls closed the final 8-0-3 on a 27-12 run. My second betting advice for that game is to pick over 209. Good luck to all of you. That's it for this video. Stay tuned and stay safe for the next betting tips and advice.